Now, whenever it comes to Minecraft Dungeons, there is a lot of really cool things that they have inside the game. And one of the cooler things that they have in the game is gonna be the mobs. Well, today we ourselves an add-on that I lose my potatoes that's created up, and it basically introduces some of the mobs that you can find in Minecraft Dungeons, including some of the DLC mobs from the new Frozen DLC that's gonna be coming out later this year, and even the new Jungle Awakens DLC. But not only does it introduce the mobs, but it also introduces some of the different items you can find as well, such as the world table. We have a teapot. There's even gonna be these nice red banners, which I think would be really cool if there was some more banner decorations that you can find inside this add-on. But who knows? Maybe the creator will introduce even more things, like some more blocks and things like that. But we also got ourselves a sack. We have a swamp flower, a palm tree. There's even gonna be a pop flower. Plus, it's going to be this nice villager statue. There's this bedroll right here. We have a small tray. And then we also got ourselves a large pot. And then finally, the small sack. Now, if I were to go and destroy the sacks, by the way, they actually do not drop anything, which is actually quite unfortunate. I think it would be really cool if you could find these underneath the ground. And then whenever you go and break them, then maybe you get yourself some nice treasures like emeralds or even diamonds or things in exchange. I think it'd be quite nice. But there's also going to be a block that you can find, and it's called MultiYear cobblestone. Now, as of right now, there is no recipe for this, so you're not going to be able to go ahead and obtain it in survival mode. But if you do want to go ahead and get it within creative mode, I'm going to go ahead and show you this. And of course, in 1.14, you can just go ahead and find it within the creative interface. But in 1.16, you have to use commands, which I really do hate. But if I go ahead and start typing in MultiYear cobblestone, as you can see, we have results that cobblestone on the very bottom. Now, the Geomancer actually has the ability of spawning in these statues to go ahead and block you from getting to them. But this is him right here, and how cool does this illager look? Now, for these, you actually can walk right through them. I think it would be a lot better if they actually used the shulker model, so that way you actually couldn't walk right through them. But I'm going to go ahead and take him out, and this guy is actually not putting up a very good fight. But there we go. As of right now, he only dropped a stick. The frozen zombies are basically part of a DLC that's going to be coming later on this year. And we don't really know too much else about the DLC. But let's just go ahead and place him down right here. And oh, he has a nice snowball. It looks like he actually throws snowballs at you. Which, too bad the snowballs aren't actually rendering. But wouldn't it be awesome if we actually had ourselves like a frozen zombie that we can find instead of Minecraft? Now, for the redstone cube, he's actually going to go ahead and roll right after you instead of hopping. So he's a little bit different than a slime or magma cube. But you can go and take him out with these. But of course, whenever you're going to take him out, then he's going to go and drop some redstone. Let's move on to the skeleton Vanguard. It's this really cool looking skeleton. And oh, I like the way they actually walks after you. Kind of like gallops, something like that. But that shield is also pretty cool. Especially with the armor and the spear. But let's just go ahead and take him out. So yeah, he's not too tough. So we got ourselves some bones in exchange. So now we got ourselves the Wraith. Now this is going to be the Wraith right here. And what do you do, buddy? What do you do to me? Oh, you give me a wither effect. Oh, I like that attacking animation as well. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a diving animation. But he's not too tough. Now, I believe that the wraiths inside of Minecraft Dungeons, I believe that they can also go ahead and spawn in blue fire as well. I'm not sure why they actually don't do this inside this add-on. Because blue fire, it is inside the game now. So maybe you'll update this so that way they can go and do that. Now, the jungle zombie is actually from the Jungle Awakens DLC, which we got earlier this month on July 1st. But this is going to be him right here. And so it looks like he actually has vines all over him. He also has a lily pad or something on his head. I'm not sure what that is. And next up, we have ourselves the mossy skeleton, which is also from Jungle Awakens. So let's go ahead and see what he looks like. So he actually looks pretty cool. So he's like covered up with moss. And yet again, I kind of think it would be really cool if there was some kind of jungle skeleton inside standard Minecraft. But let's just go ahead and take him out. He also looks like he would fit into like the swamp quite nicely as well. But we got ourselves the next mob, which is also from but then we have ourselves our next one, which is the poison quill vine, which you guessed it, it's also from the new DLC. But let's go spawn him in, and this is what they look like. Oh wow, that animation. Oh, it goes back down when you walk away. That is so cool. But also these quill vines. Okay, so we actually can't attack them. But the moment that you get into like a certain radius, I'm not sure about how many blocks away it is, but the moment you get into his proximity range, he's just going to go ahead and sprout up and come and attack you. Okay, I actually like this animation quite a bit. I'm actually not getting tired of the animation at all. But anyway, let's just go ahead and go right after him. We took him down, and he does not drop anything, which is actually quite unfortunate. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next mob, and it is gonna be the quick growing vine. This is gonna spawn in the vine right here. Now for these vines, they actually do hurt you, and they will stop you from going in a certain area. So this would be really good if you want to keep someone out of your base or something like that. So if I were to spawn in another one right there, and spawn in another one, then as you can see, no matter how much I try, I actually cannot get through there at all. So it's actually going to be really good for barriers. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 3 bosses. We're going to go and begin with the Nameless King. So he has that nice animation. I like that quite a bit. But also he spawns in the skeleton vanguards, just like he does inside the actual game. It seems like he doesn't actually attack you himself. He only spawns in the skeletons. So it's going to be a little bit annoying with the skeletons, to be honest. Oh boy, we're getting very close to beating him. Now, I do recommend maybe getting some really good armor for this guy, and even a good bow, so that way you can just go ahead and take him out from a distance. And so that way you don't really have to worry about them spawning in skeletons within your general area. But anyway, look at all the skeletons. There is a lot of vanguards in that area. Yet again, I wish that these were an actual mob inside the game. So then we have ourselves the cauldron boss. So this is what he looks like. So the corrupted cauldron, oh, just like the game, he spawns in the slimes. So yeah, the slimes, they're going to be very, very annoying. But let's just go in. Get out of your slimes. I mean, the slimes, they're actually a little bit more annoying than the skeletons because they bounce around all the time. They end up splitting off, and overall, it's just really annoying. So let's go and get out of here. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, for this one, I definitely recommend getting a bow. Because inside of Minecraft Dungeons, a bow is actually very good for taking these guys out. But anyway, please, get away from me. Get out of your slime. Look at all the slimes around here. There is a lot of slimes. But look at this now. All the slimes are babies. So we can literally just go ahead and keep on taking them out. Maybe he has like a certain amount of times that he can only spawn in the slimes. Or maybe all the slimes have to be taken out. Like, I'm not entirely too sure how this works, to be honest. But as long as the slimes are babies, you know, we really don't have anything to worry about. So there we go. He's been taken out. And I actually did get one last time as well. So you know what? The baby slimes, they're not a big deal. They're not going to hurt me any. But for the last boss, I'm just going to go and stay in creative mode for the time being. So this is going to be him right here. And what he's going to do is he's going to keep charging after you. And the reason why I'm not going to fight him in survival mode is because I tried several times. And every time I try to fight this guy, I end up dying. So yeah, he's going to be a tougher guy to go and take down than the other guys. But you know what? He's still a pretty cool boss nonetheless. And I also like the way that he actually looks and the way they actually runs around. Now for the mob spawner, now as well know, we have ourselves the monster spawners of the game right here. But what makes this one different is that it can only spawn in zombies, while the one that's already inside the game, it can go and spawn in pretty much any mob inside the game. But we're going to go ahead and spawn in this guy right here. If I go and switch over to Game Mode S, then all the zombies, they're going to go and spawn in, and they're going to go come right after you. And there you go, that's basically it for what this Minecraft Dungeons add-on has to offer us. And I think that this add-on has a lot of potential to be really great. And hopefully the creator does introduce even more things to the add-on. Maybe you can add in a few more mobs in the game. And another thing I would love to see is more block variations. Because there are some really cool blocks that you can find inside dungeons that would actually be really cool to have when you're building inside Minecraft. But anyway, I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments or what you think of this add-on. And if you would like to get yourself this add-on, there will be a link down below in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!